He's so mad, he don't even put his seatbelt on. I'm like, okay. You want to ride dirty and dangerous if you want. I'm mad too.
Hey y'all, happy, I don't know, happy something. Look, child, this car continues to be a mess, ain't he? Listen, I've had twice since I've had this car, 2 people had to stop me on the street, y'all, honking their horns or in the drive-thru to tell me my belt hanging out the door. What? Child, this car is so low to the ground. Like this belt, this coat that I got on, got a belt to it. Well, I didn't want the belt to be, ooh, child, they're about to run into each other up here. Bumper cars cinched in because I'm driving and it's not really a driving coat. You know what I'm saying? Car coat. So I had the belt just out. Child, lady had to honk the horn. Your belt hanging out the car. Thank you. Yesterday in the drive-thru, lady, I get up there and nobody told me until I got up to the drive-thru with the taco place. Lady said, your belt hanging out. Well, how you doing? Child, I'm like, I got to secure the belt. When I was working as a librarian, a real librarian, child. Oh, look, at this college, I had this, what was it? Or freshman orientation or something like that, to where you know, teach kids how to use the library. Well, these were college freshmen. And somebody, Beauvoir, I tried to find the lady name. Child, she got killed. I had to do a lot of research, deep research to find the answer to this question, help them. So I forgot what the process was or why I was even the one looking for it. But like, who was somebody, right? Child, research found that the woman got strangled to death by her scarf in her convertible. Child, what? Oh, if I could find the story. But anyway, maybe her scarf got caught in the door or I don't remember now. But it was like, ooh, child, poor lady. Anyway, child, what I got on? Absolutely nothing. Some wow. Just trying to just get up in there, you know. I went this old way again because yesterday I ran into that crazy wild driver that used to be cutting in and out on people. He was some kind of little Acura or something. Ooh, child, I think he leave home later than me. And he had that thing on one wheel, darting in and out. I'm like, look at running lights. I'm like, you go ahead. You clear the path for me, okay? But anywho, I am so sleepy, child. Tomorrow starts spring break. Ooh, is she ready? Yes. But guess what? You know, y'all know if you've been here, you know this is my time of year that it gets busy. You know, I got inventory already, equipment inventory, child. And the thing I used to, the process don't work. Anyway, scanning, you got to do it manually. What? So, you know, she got to find her a way to make it work, you know, because I'm like, well, yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Smarter, not harder. So I need to retwist my hair, but I decided, child, just let the fuzz, ooh, thank you, God, for the shade. Let it do what it's gonna do until I get out for spring break. Child, I just get up in the morning time and just spray some water on it, just to keep it moving, literally. And so I gotta do a Carol's Daughter influencer.
At the next light, turn right.
Okay. Child, I got a man now. Ooh, Shantae got a man. Oh, anyway. Ooh, child, look at these folks trying to cut you off. I mean, all you got to do is wait your turn. You know, people try to do what I do with the others on the other way. You know, when you go in the slow lane, then you got to get over, but you get over in the fast lane, then drive like a fool to try to cut the people off who waiting their turn. I don't do that, ain't you? I'm just saying. If somebody's going slow, look at that. Ooh, child, they about to run into each other. Ooh, child, See, I try to be a cautious driver, you know. Just because it'll go 160 don't mean I want to be trying to put it to the test. You know what I'm saying? No. Anyway, y'all, I got on some clean kisses. Who's that about? The crayon case? You know, I've been up in that beauty room, child, reorganizing and doing stuff and finding stuff. I'm like, what am I doing? You know, I had to huff it, make sure it smelled good.
In 3.3 miles, turn right.
Yeah, okay. one day I know the train will be up here waiting on me. I ain't trying to claim it, but you know, if this little car will go on, we could probably make the green light. Had a guy from behind this old donkey right here. Now I'm behind this little lightning bug. Ooh, child. Child, I wonder if we're going to roll up in here with the top down when COVID is long gone, okay? Child, but yeah, I've been cleaning up in the beauty room, well, reorganizing, really. And finding stuff. I'm like, what? When did I buy this? Child, ooh, child, I got so much stuff I don't never need to buy another beauty product. Child, look at that. I got the retwist back. She read it, but I figured, what's the point? You about to be out for a spring break. No need of trying to, you know, let it be fresh when you come back, you know. Oh, child, God, running the light. Oh, see, if I run the light, the police be right there to beat me over the head. You know what I'm saying? Oh, child, Hey, y'all up in here. Happy Friday, girls and boys. Happy Friday. Listen, what is the date? I don't know. 11, what's this, March? 3/11? Child, this is the beginning at dismissal of my 2022 spring break. Okay? I'm ready to break out. Woo, you know, plans have changed from, man, good old days of spring break. Highlighter. Anyway, child, the other highlighter man down there, he has got to be retired or whatever, because it's 7:30 something and I can sail through there, because normally he would have the traffic jammed up to the traffic light back there. Woo, child, what? So some retirement things are good. I'm saying the man retired. I don't know where the man is, but listen here. I am suffering, y'all. What are me and my friends? We are big fans of good times, okay? And child, I was in the middle of working on something the other day, and he texted me, did you hear about Bookman? What? Rest in power, Johnny Brown. But listen, I haven't seen the story covered anywhere other than when my friend sent to me the message. I'm like, well, did it really happen? But I still haven't had an opportunity to Google it, child, or research it, because the days before, a couple things, he and I were just talking about something, and it was, of course, good times. And I had just looked up, based on the conversation that he and I had just had, when Johnny Brown was born, or where he was born. And I think at the time, I researched that he was 84. So I was like, wow, well, how old was Bookman when he was playing Bookman? Well, how old was Johnny Brown? Because, you know, some actors don't like to be associated with character, but I don't know Johnny Brown. But some, you know, I'm like, I don't know. So if he's 84 now, Good Times is about 30-something years old. Okay, he was seasoned back then. So anywho, see this little car right there? Y'all, this poor little car been cut off so much this morning. I almost cut it off. Because when I was coming out of the neighborhood, she was already on the street, right? She was going so slow, and ever since I've been following her, about 4 or 5 cars them cut out in front of her, making a left turn or just making a right turn and cutting the poor lady off, and she just looks, from what I can see in the rearview mirror part, a little irritated, but used to it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I'm just saying from my observation as an onlooker. Now I'm behind her and another big something that ain't going nowhere, child. It's like they are the police. Anyway, but yeah, I try not to cut cars off. But anyway, another conversation, unless I have to, because sometimes, you know, you got to put your foot in it, okay? Because they out here at the wrong time, at the right place for you. But anywho, oh, then he gonna get over here. Ooh, look at all this junk. Ooh, child, all be turned off. Child, I saw this grasshopper up ahead, way back there. I was like, ooh, no. Come on, Sequoia. Look at her. It's a man and woman. I can't tell. Ooh, thank you for turning off, but I need you to speed it up. Ooh, thank you. Ooh, yeah. Y'all will get a chance to see this grasshopper, I think. Look at it. Woo, child. Get off the road. Well, unless you were going to my house to deliver some stuff that I needed. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to be riding behind it. welcome to the Janky Show. Listen, but yeah, man, Johnny Brown was a very key actor in Good Times. And my thing was, and if you are a Good Times sitcom of the 70s watcher, I've always wondered, how did Bookman, as a building superintendent, have the ability to always be threatening the Evanses with eviction? Okay, I don't know. But anywho, y'all, rest in power, Johnny Brown. Y'all, listen, yesterday, the mailman called me at work. I want some more tacos. Now, mind you, we had tacos the day before. But this little place, we get the tacos from, are really, really good. So I was like, man, I was just trying to get home and go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, I'll go by there. I wasn't planning to go by the taco place. Well, of course, the taco place is by ULTA. So I was like, oh, well, let me go up into the ULTA and get this buxom lip gloss that I wanted. Child, by the time I come out of getting the tacos and going by the ULTA, there had been a bad accident. You know, I was like, wow. And then in between the time when I left the taco place, I could not find my, hold on, y'all. Yeah, y'all, I could not find my wallet. Well, I had just had the wallet because I had to get the money out for the tacos. But I just grabbed just enough money out to pay for the tacos. And
7.1 miles. Turn left onto.
Thank you. So when I got the money out, I shoved my wallet down in my backpack. Well, my backpack got lots and lots and lots of pockets, and it's very deep and it's very roomy. So I was like, well, maybe I don't need to go into ULTA. So, you know, I knew I had not lost my wallet. So I was like, well, I'm just going to go home, you know, because I don't want no, so I was like, I'm just going to go home because I don't want no issues trying to find my wallet and something. I'm like, well, let me just go, you know. Persistence was like, well, look, you're not going to be going to ULTA over spring break, and you no need of you ordering it online when you can just go get it today, right? Look at the clouds. Look. Child, so I'll say this to say that. I feel like going up into the ULTA and all the delays going to the taco place prevented me possibly from being related, connected, involved in that accident. You know how sometimes, like this morning, I kept dropping stuff. I'm like, dog, so I have to slow down, you know, and be like, well, you know what, maybe this is something for you to take heed to. Anytime you keep dropping things, or things are not going your way, or, you know, things that you do every day. Why am I dropping this bathrobe? Why is my bonnet falling off? Why is my toothpaste cap done fell off? You know, slow down. And for me, it's give thanks and ask God for protection. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like yesterday was, you know, possibly another, for me, one of those moments, you know. But anyway, y'all, I'm counting down the hours to get to the spring break. I said spring, SPRANG. Looking forward to having some downtime and, you know, uninterrupted time to just do what I want to do, you know. So I got hopefully 2 more healthy spring breaks to go until it's healthy retirement, you know. Thank y'all for joining me with this little janky ride, y'all. You know it's janky up and through. Hey, y'all, to my real friends, to the people in real life who tune in, I appreciate y'all. And the friends I've never met before in real life who support, well, online life that I've never met. But thank y'all so much. You know, I appreciate you. Love you to the moon and back. Alright, y'all. I know this angle is janky, but we gonna work it out. We made it to spring break, baby. Ooh, child, what you doing? Okay, look. I just passed this little hut, right? And it's like a little hut. I think it was a crawfish hut or something like that. People were lined up. I'm like, my mind just let me wander too much about the preparation. You know what I'm saying? Who cleaned the crawfish? Did they clean them? You know, all of that. Do y'all eat at little places on side the road? Now, I'm somebody who used to eat at gas stations. You know what I'm saying? You heard what I used to. Look. But I think all you need is a little something with some wheels on it with some smoke coming out of it. Child, put a good sign on it. Child, they'll be wrapped around the building, okay? A couple of months back, my aunt sent me this link to listen to this recording. It was like a grocery store where they tell you what they got in the deli for the day. I mean, home cooked meals, you know. Child, it was like they had mashed potatoes, green bean, meatloaf, excuse me, and peach cobbler. Oh! You couldn't have gave it to me for free, okay? It was so bad, hey auntie, that my cousin, who does not cook, can't cook, then bought him an air fryer. Okay, he said, after that day, I don't go out to eat no more. I cook at home. Child, these folks getting ready for this snowstorm. We got 3/4 of a tank. We'll be all right. I think it's just going to be like an overnight thing. You see how close this car is up on our bumper? I'm so low you can't even see it. But, child, they be all up on my bumper. Look at him, child. Okay, child, they be all up on our bumper. I mean, up on it. Hey, y'all. Child, why am I looking so wild? Because the mailman got me out in these snowy streets, y'all. How about y'all? Okay, y'all, that was him calling. Listen. How about the mailman had on the beginning of my spring break, okay? I'm excited, ready to get home and get some stuff going. He come home mad because he done got a nail in his tie, okay? So snow was about to come down later on in the night, right? So here he is. I'm like, so this morning, he's like, I'm not even gonna try to go get the tie fit. I'm standing with my backpack on from work, like, dude, listen. Luke, listen. I'm like, dude, okay, I'm sorry. You had a rough day, you know, and all of that, and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, I had to go. He went over to the tire place, y'all, and I was like, okay, cool. You know, so I told him, hey, before you get up at 8:30, call the people and make sure they're open, because they post a little snow, you know, a little town like ours, and the snowfall, it'll shut everything down, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, at least call the folks, because he's already still, you know, dreading getting up and going or whatever. So I was like, well, just at least call the people and make sure they're open, because they might have, you know, a later time they're gonna open or whatever. So he was like, okay, yeah, I called. So I guess he called and they said, yeah, we're open or whatever. So he went up there. I wasn't, you know, okay, cool. Forgot that I was gonna have to possibly be an Uber child. So anyway, y'all, I had to put that in part, because you know me and these cars, had to end up going to get the mailman. So he didn't want to sit there for 2-3 hours or whatever. I was like, okay, cool. So I go outside. I'm like, ooh, I don't know, it's like ice and slush on the street. You know, I'm like, I don't like driving this little car in the rain, you know. So here it is, 25 degrees outside. It's been snowing all night. I had to go get him, y'all. I was like, dang, y'all. First of all, I didn't want to go. But, you know, this man does anything for me. If you know, you know. So I was like, but dang, this ain't no sleigh. This ain't no SUV. This ain't no whatever. I don't know. This a rear wheel, front wheel. I don't even know. What if I start scooting? Even though it wasn't far, but it was far enough, right? So I get out. I'm like, okay, fine. I tell him I'm on the way. So I get up. I throw some clothes on. Go up to the place. I call him. I'm like, hey, I'm outside. Then here comes somebody. I'm in, like, not in the park, because I didn't want to be parking in this like little slippery icy stuff. So I was like, I just pull. Of course, here comes somebody. Of course, right? Of course. So I'm like, so I pull up. I'm like, hey, I call him back. I'm like, hey, I'm on the restaurant side. Don't, you know, come outside me, the restaurant. He was like, oh, I'm not there. I'm down at this other place. I was like, what? Last time I had to go take the mailman to a tire place, he was getting new tires put on the car. So I'm assuming that that's what he was, because I'm thinking warranty, you know, something in the tire or whatever. No, he done took his hand parts to another location, to another place. So I was like, oh my God. Now then I got irritated. I got irritated because he never told me where he was. So I just assumed that he was at the other place. So I done went to this other place. It was so much ice. It must be like a northern facing place because it was still ice and snow and stuff. And it was like, so then I was annoyed. You know, it was almost our first argument. We've been together for almost 20 years and we've never really had an argument. Now, some of it has been like, you know, we disagree and it's like, okay, I'm not going to say nothing because this could escalate. You know what I'm saying? But this time, I was like, girl, hold your peace, right? And we both held our peace because I was annoyed with him and he was annoyed with me. I'm gonna make him stay at the car place. So I do a U-E, I turn around and go get him at the other location. He's standing out there waiting. I had to go up this little slight incline. I was like, Lord, don't let me slide in this ride, right? So I go get him and he's sitting in the car. He get in the car. He's so mad, he don't even put his seatbelt on. I'm like, okay. You want to ride dirty and dangerous if you want. I'm mad too. So we get to the house and everything. He get out. I get out. Close the door. We quiet for like 20 minutes. I was like, I'm trying to edit a YouTube video, right? So I'm like, man, whatever. Saturday, the snow is gone. Hopefully I can have a prosperous and good spring break. Okay? Anywho, y'all. Hey, y'all. Happy Monday. Look, it's the first day of my spring break. And child, I ain't gonna hold you long because I'm ready to go home. Look. Been up in the ULTA house. It's the 21 days of beauty and all of that. But look, I wasn't even really, well, sort of kind of planning to come out here. I'm not doing any 21 days of beauty shopping. Child, I had to go to work, child. You know, them folks up in the workhouse call because they got some kind of enrichment program for the students, babysitting, child. You know, keep the people who ain't got nobody to keep them, parents sign them up for this program, right? So I had to go by there. You know what I'm saying? You realize what you do when you ain't there. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody realize what you do when they need you. Whatever. Hey, y'all, people in real life. But anywho, so I was looking at this palette online, debating whether I was going to order it and then have it delivered or whatever. So I was like, well, let me go get it. It's a Morphe, the Sweetest Tea. It kind of reminds me of that Jaclyn Hill collab with them, but I didn't want to pay that Jaclyn price. So I figured since I had to run out to the workhouse, let me just swing by the ULTA. Child, it's gonna come out. How y'all doing? Okay, let's see. Child, this thing. Ooh. And I keep these for color balance, y'all, for white balance in my phone, my computer. Child, what camera? I ain't up. I'm up, but I ain't up. Okay. Okay, let's see. That's what that looks like. Okay, little holder. Okay, everything in order. Okay. Here we go. There we go. Sweetest Tea. That's pretty with the purples and browns and tops of you know, orange and whatnot. You know, I love that. So, you know, I like it. And then, y'all, I followed this young lady on YouTube, and she was talking about this lotion, child. I was like, I had picked up the little one, and then I ended up getting the big one. Because I'm like, okay, the little one is like $8, $9. I mean, the big one is $23. So I got a couple of these lotions. So this one is the hemp sugared banana and vanilla blossom. And then this one is the spun sugar and vanilla bean. Okay. So anywho, let me try this one. Is it open? Child, it's already been used. Let's see. It smells like banana. Okay, it almost smells like the banana medicine I used to take as a kid. You know, I don't know what it was, but it tastes like banana, like artificial banana. Ooh, child, that smells. Ooh, shit. Sugared banana. Okay, that's what it smells like. And okay, so this one is the spun sugar vanilla bean something. That's kind of interesting. I don't know, but I'm gonna keep it, of course. I don't open it and put my nose all on it. But is this somebody's hair in here, child? Oh, child, there's a hair. Oh, somebody knows been on this thing. See, that's why I don't need to be shopping. Okay, child. See, team too much. Put that on. Oh, child. Child, look like somebody. I hope it's some lint. Okay, let's pray it's some lint and not somebody's hair. Okay. I throw stuff on the floor in the car. Then I gotta throw it away because ain't no room in this car. Let's see. It's just okay. The banana one smells better. And I think that's all I got. Yep, I'm hot, y'all. We'll let the top down. Are we gonna let the top down? Child, it say it's 71. Can we make it? Look at we sweating, child. I think we're gonna let the top down. Are we gonna let it down? I don't think it'll go when it's child, okay. That's it. Bye.